All right. So I've seen a lot of people talk about this recently. A lot of people who you guys know who are from big guilds, content creators, and others. And I thought I would just share a little bit of my opinion as just a normal player who spent thousands of hours on Black Desert Online and how my experience started, who I am, how I came here, and how I actually came to this conclusion. So, my BDO career is a little bit different than you might think. I used to be a streamer on Twitch, probably like maybe 6 or 7 years ago, and I remember streaming Black Desert Online the first day that it released globally, like on the West. And it was a fantastic experience, right? It was something new. We started in Olvia and tried to basically trying to figure out how the game works and how everything functions. It was complex. It had a lot of systems, and then I don't remember much. But after doing the awakening, I switched some servers, and after a while, I ended up basically playing on a private server due to the huge pay to win back in the day when it was published by Kakao. And I spent a good amount of time on the PvP server. Basically, I didn't have to pay for anything. Pearls were free. I didn't have any issues with outfits, value packs, and so on. It was just pure get your enhancements, maximize your gear, and then just do node wars and siege and GVGs and everything like that. It was fantastic. It was amazing. I miss those times, to be honest. But recently, probably for the last 2 or 3 years, I would say it's going in a direction where it's not even fun anymore at this point. Like, you don't know what you're going for. You're grinding for something that is not even, I don't know, like, it's just weird. I don't know what I'm grinding for. I don't know what I'm going for. I don't know what the end goal is. I don't know what I want to achieve. I don't know if I even want to achieve it at this point. Like, um, my biggest goal was always, all right, let's go to the next big spot. Let's go to the big next spot and just grind there, get better gear, maybe do some PvP, but never even got to it actually. I tried to do some PvP, I got demolished. As always, I'm not like the best player in the world, but it's not even fun anymore. Like, the time you have to spend to get a certain amount of gear or progression is being gate kept by a lot of things. Maybe some may agree, some may disagree, but in my honest opinion, not only the time that you spend, but also the RNG that you need or the amount of money you have to spend to be even able to compete in certain areas is too much. And recently, while I was also watching other streamers, Blue, Rapulus, Bicep, and everybody else, like, some of them have this great motivation to keep playing, which I cannot relate anymore. I used to be like that, but I am no longer in that position to actually. I don't want to progress anymore. I don't see the value in progressing. So last couple days ago, I tried to do some tapping. I was fishing, but I didn't even play the game because Veterans Meet launched, and I kind of felt like, you know, all right, I had all this money, billions of silver saved up because it was running in the background, fishing, nice, doing some shrines, blitz bosses, like 1 or 2 hours per week to get like 10, 15 billion a week, and then just try to tap everything you can with the events and so on. And then I realized, so let's say it went. Let's say I got everything to deck. let's say I maxed out everything. What's gonna happen then? Am I going to keep playing? Am I going to go grind? Is it going to give me enough motivation to actually go do something, regardless if it's life skill, PvP, PvE, grinding, cooking, whatsoever, right? So it doesn't have the old feeling anymore. Like the last good thing I remember from Black Desert was the node, the GVGs in the node manager at Star's End. It was one of the coolest experiences that I had on BDO. Like even before the node manager was here, it was something, and then they moved it to this part, which was like amazing because you were grinding for distos, right? It was not as miserable as debos, and somebody would come, PK you, you would start to fight, they would call their guildies, you would call your guildies, and then it would turn into a huge fight, which was insane. We spent hours and hours and hours of fighting. It was pure fun. It was pure enjoyment. You actually were doing something. You were trying to, I don't know, you were not going only to reach a goal. You were actually enjoying the game, right? But right now, I have a feeling we don't play the game to enjoy it or to have fun. We just play it because there is nothing else to do. And we are just trying to cope with the fact that it's gonna get better. They're gonna fix things. But I don't even know what they need to fix at this point. Sure, give us group grind zones. I'm not gonna grind anymore. What's gonna be different when we grind in a group zone? You're just going for the same thing over and over again. Get more gear, but in the end, there will be always somebody that is higher gear than you. Uh, there's always going to be a pay gap where you have to actually pay something. Basically, this what I have here. I didn't spend a tremendous. Like I never gambled with real money. I didn't buy any gamba boxes. I don't buy outfits from the pearl shop to melt them for crowns and to tap my gear. What I basically do is I don't know, get some debos, tap it. If it goes, I just gamble again to tap my things. I pitied my Oct and 23 for Nov, which was like pretty miserable to be honest. And the only thing I was able to get this to Nov was because I got lucky with some taps. But considering the amount of time and effort you have to spend to get one gear up, to get one AP, which is not going to help you in any way to progress, you're not going to feel any difference. It's miserable. It's miserable. I don't enjoy it anymore. I don't even know why I'm logging in. To be honest, I haven't logged in for the past few days. I logged in just now to actually make this video, and I just wanted to share some of my opinions. Not that it matters, to be honest, but some may agree, some may disagree, which I also don't care about. I just want to get the word out and say that not only am I done playing, I'm also done coping. Like, even at this point, if they fix it, the million things that they broke, even if they start to pay attention, it's gonna break again at some point. Like, they're gonna. Sure, it was debos. It was also cron trap at the beginning. I remember people grinding miserably for these. I wasn't there. Like I started this account not too long ago, maybe 2 years ago, and back then only like debos were a thing, no care results were there, and I just instantly stopped playing at that point because I didn't even have the gear to basically go to any of these zones, and I didn't want to feel miserable grinding in Ash Forest for I don't know hundreds or thousands of hours to fail or attempt at something that is not even going to do anything for me. And then they released the Kerazats, catch ups, and all that stuff. Sure, it was fun at the beginning, it was something new, but at the end, I just realized that it's another cash grab, right? Either you pay a shitload of money or you get lucky. or you just grind your ass off 8 hours a day, and it's I don't know. I am lost for words. I love BDO. I loved BDO. I probably spent over 15, 20,000 hours for my whole BDO career. Sure, my gear doesn't look like that, but as I said, I wasn't playing on EU. Before I wasn't even in Min, I was on like a private server. Maybe some of you guys know. There weren't that many, and that's basically how like I started 2 years ago back to BDO because I just wanted to see if it could be any different if I played on retail, right? So let's say as a free to play player, what I can do, what can I do? Sure, I have mates, right? But these are I'm gonna tell you, like maybe I bought five of these. Like these morons just keep giving out stuff, which is fine. I mean, I think a lot of people would appreciate that they are giving a lot of free things, but it doesn't satisfy the fact that it's not enough. We don't. I honestly, personally, I don't want these kinds of things, right? I want to be able to play for hours and actually enjoy what I'm doing. Sure, you can say, okay, go gather, go cook, go do this, do that, build a worker empire, or I don't know, do whatever, right? It's a sandbox MMO. You can do anything you want. And this is the EU server. Yeah, cool. A lot of people online. Let's say blue it this a million times. Let's go check like how many. Sure, there are a lot of people, but like I don't know, it doesn't feel the same way anymore, right? This is basically what BDO looks like. And you've seen it many times. I can switch a billion servers and show you all the servers. It's basically what it is. This is BDO right now, and I don't expect anything more. Developers don't listen. They don't intend to listen. They just pretend to listen. They throw you some bait and then you start coping more. But in the end they just fuck you over and over and over and over again. Yeah, look, I got a god horse. Nice. Just for it to stuck on a fucking fence or run on water for a limited amount of time. I got a horse that has fucking wings. It can't fly. It just this is it. Like it's I I don't know. I'm lost for words, to be honest. I loved this game. I loved every aspect of the game. I loved the combat, everything that this game used to represent was amazing. And I think there was no competition for this game. This is one of a kind. This is a unique. Sure, like the I'm not talking about the MMORPG aspects, right? Like the raids and dungeons, which don't exist here anyway, except a 20-minute run with these couple of, I don't know, bosses, if you want to call it that, and then you do some solo shit, which in total takes like what 10 minutes to run these, and then another 7 minutes to run these. So like 20 minutes I do this, and another, let's say, 20 minutes I do this. So it's like 40 minutes of content, raid, dungeon, whatever the fuck you want to call it, and it's done. And I am done coping. I don't want to cope anymore. I don't support Pearl Abyss anymore. I don't like what they represent. I don't like the current situation. I don't care if they are focusing on Crimson Desert. I don't care if they are focusing on anything else. They are losing, and I feel like I am even losing more than them. And I thought about this for a long time. I wanted to get back to content creating. Sure, like this video might be a little bit, I don't know. Uh, I didn't write a script for it. I just hit record and started to talk. I'm not even gonna edit anything out. It might be a little bit complex. I might say some things that is not even maybe related to the other thing that I said 5 seconds ago, but I just don't enjoy it anymore. Like, sure, oh cool, my value pack ran out. Whatever, right? I don't have a karma blessing. Sure, whatever. I don't care anymore. Like, I said too much like, but there is nothing to like about this anymore. Like balance is non-existent. You play a class, you try to enjoy it, you want to be effective, you get 1,000, 1,000,000 buffs. Um, Everything is dependent on RNG. If you're lucky, you are lucky. If you're not lucky, you're not lucky. Like even with these dazzling boxes, right? I got two of the dazzling treasure box or whatever, like the high box. One of them I got 10k crowns out of it. One of them I got the 10 billion crystal, which was sure fine. But there is a lot of fairness and unfairness also implemented in the game. Say an end game player pulls 100k crowns by luck, everything is decked out, but the beginners who actually need the crowns the most, since they are not getting the 1% of the 1% luck, they just have to deal with 350 crowns for 10 billion, let's say 3.5k, right? And at the end of the day, what am I grinding for? What is my goal? And the biggest question is, what is the goal after you reach your goal? Like, what happens once I hit this to Tet, this to Tet, this to Tet, and then exchange it for Edane armor, go for them, get them all to pen. Hell yeah, maybe even deck in a couple of years. Let's say all my Karazat are deck. What am I gonna do? I'm just gonna go grind more in here. Why? For what purpose? What is the game actually giving me except grinding more? There is no purpose. Back in the day, it it was difficult to gear up, like when only there was newer Dandy, Zarka, and then the normal armors. Like even with Capotia, or whatever you call it, like you could do something with it. Now I can't even touch people with this amount of gear. Like they don't take any damage. I get one shot instantly. There is no fun in it anymore. I just get destroyed. Sure, I suck. I'm not the best player in the world. I never claim to be. I play Succession DK just because it does more damage than Awakening, so I can grind a little bit more efficiently. And then I realize for what reason? Just keep fishing. Like one of the goals that I set for myself a couple of months ago was, okay, let's do treasure hunt. Let's grind for treasure. I got the map. And then I realized I got the map for what? To teleport every 12 to 20 hours from fishing to sell my fish and then back. Like all the 70 to 80 hours that I spent grinding this map, it doesn't give me anything. I could just as well like fish in Belia. It's gonna be the same amount of money. It's not gonna be any different. I don't know what to do anymore. Maybe it's just me, or maybe there are some people who feel the same way. But I'm pretty sure there are a lot of people who are actually finding things to do and actually still enjoying the game. Maybe from a new player perspective, it could be something, but you get to this point so quickly that it's gonna burn you out. And I I feel like I gave up on it, right? I have how much time did I spend? 4,000 hours on this Steam BDO account, right? Like, the fuck is happening now? Um, 4,000 hours, and here I am yapping, complaining, even wasting my time making this, to be honest. Like, it's not like it's gonna be heard or it's gonna be different. I'm pretty sure I will get a lot of negative comments about it. Maybe some positives will be in there. And the only thing that I'm doing different now is I am done coping because I realized I'm just gonna talk about the 4,000 hours that I spent on this account here. Is I had more fun in Where Winds Meet for the past 2 weeks in 130, 140 hours than I had on this account in BDO for the past 4,000 hours. And I don't even feel like I have to pay for anything. I have to grind my ass off. I can be a hardcore player and explore the shit out of the world, and I can also be a casual player. But I am done. I'm finished. And I think on the Steam charts, congratulations, PA, you have lost another player. China number one.